Hey everybody, welcome to the Bill Young Grow Wealthy podcast. My name is Walida Cherie, and in today's podcast episode, we're going to have a wealth talk discussing getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Without further ado, let's get into this. Actors, actresses, professional athletes, and lottery winners all have one thing in common. Each of them have found the ability to get wealthy, but only a few of them can keep their wealth for the rest of their life. There is only one way to stay wealthy. You have to have a mix of paranoia and frugality. Whenever the average person gets money, the first thing they do is to upgrade their lifestyle. They purchase a new house, car, and go on exotic vacations. Many believe that the money that they have can never be taken away. But what happens to the six-figure executive working for a company or the person that inherited money through a life insurance plan? How can they survive if they get laid off or they mismanage their inheritance and run out of money? I hear people on the side of wanting the government to keep giving them money, but I think it's very dangerous to do so, because when you give the government permission to control your life, what happens if the government can no longer give out any money, or worse, what if they stop because they get tired of helping? My point is, there are a plethora of ways that people can make money, but why are there so few wealthy people? Money success can be summed up to one word: survival. What separates the people that know how to get money versus the people that understand how to keep their money is getting money requires taking risk and putting yourself out there. Keeping money requires humility and the realization that every dime that you have could be taken away. Past success does not guarantee future income. Growth, brain, and insight is not what will help someone maintain wealth. Most people become comfortable and complacency kills. There are two reasons why a survival mentality is so key with money. It helps you to make calculated risk, therefore increasing your profits and taking advantage of compound interest. The power of compound interest only works if you give an asset years and years to grow. Here are some lessons that we can learn from one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett. Don't get carried away with debt. Don't pull out of the market just because a recession hits. Don't attach yourself to one strategy or one view. Don't rely on others for money. Don't burn yourself out, quit, or retire. Investing consistently is what makes compounding work wonders that can create massive wealth. Avoid ruin at all costs. Always have a plan, but plan on the plan not going as planned. Remember, there are always unforeseen circumstances. A plan is only useful if it can survive reality. Allow room for error or margin of safety, which is often underutilized. Having a frugal budget, flexible thinking, and a loose timeline is important to keeping your money. One thing that I try to keep in mind with my investments is that I can lose all of my money, period. I take calculated risk to try to gain as much profit as possible, and if I can offer my personal advice to keeping wealth, it would be to increase your emotional intelligence. Having emotions when trying to keep money can cause you to make dumb decisions. Always be logical about the moves that you make. Be optimistic, but be paranoid that things can also not work in your favor. So what are your thoughts? Do you think it's easier to get or keep money? Let me know in the comments. That's all I have for now. If you like this podcast episode and haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Share this podcast episode with a friend, and until next time, I will talk to you later.